Mike and Karen have opened up their homes to our students, to work with our students and serve them where they are. They're prayer warriors. They lead Bible study groups within our students and a lot of our athletes. They've just been instrumental in working with our young people, and the impact that has is really lifelong. Some of these students, now 20 years later, are young men, young women, professionals in their careers. Some of the love that they put into these students at the time is now maturing into the adults and helping them be better people in general, and probably more importantly, staying strong in their faith. I would describe Mike and Karen as just two people who have a love for ECU and young people in general. They're very spiritual people, and we're so blessed to have them at the university and to support our students. They give so much time back, and I know that those hours and hours that they give back every week, and they have for probably over 20 years, way before I came along, they were already here pouring their love and heart and soul into these young people. They're very visible. I know our student athletes love it when they look up in the stands and there they are, whether it's a volleyball game, a basketball game, some other event like football, even the arts. But I just so much appreciate all that you've done for me and what you continue to do, and I know that you will. Thank you very much.
I love the student athletes. They don't boast what they do. After a game, they will both text me, but they'll both text me individually, and just say, good job, and we're proud of you. And that doesn't go unnoticed for me, but also they're not just telling people that they're doing things like that. So anything that I ever need, they're always there, and they let me know that. Even if the girls might need something, I know that they can go to Mike and Karen for it. I know that they're going to be up in the stands watching our games, and I know after a game I can always anticipate a good job text message, even if we win or lose. They're just really good supporters. They're always positive. They're always speaking godliness, God's word, and things like that. They care about every single body that they interact with, and when you move through love, you can kind of see that. So their impact on me has been lifelong. When you're able to live your life in a role of serving people, it helps in my profession for sure, because I'm in a profession of education, more so serving student athletes. Having them as a mentor for me has been beneficial for helping student athletes later on. They're a loving couple, they are your grandparents outside of college. I think that as a student athlete, there's someone that will support you. If you know Mike, he likes to play matchmaker. So when we were students, my sister and I were students at the same time, and Mike would always try to set my sister up with one of the basketball players, Jamal. So we have a group text going sometimes, and every now and then he'll check in and say, how's Jamal doing? But yeah, he loves to play matchmaker, and you'll just randomly see him grab two people he think might be a fit and randomly just walk off. Karen's more nurturing. Mike is hilarious, but he also will, lead in a loving manner, and I love them. They're my faves.
You don't go to college and think that you're going to make friends with, people that are 50, 60 years old, that then you walk away and 20 years later, you still talk to them. It's really an amazing impact that they have on me and just about everyone that's interacted with them, I think. If there was something that bothered you, they would figure out a way to fix it. You could go to them if something bad was going on. You could talk to them. They'd give you advice without any judgment. But they wouldn't tell you what you wanted to hear. They'd tell you what you needed to hear, even if it was something that you didn't want to hear. They make sure that everyone's needs are met. They're so concerned about everyone else. They have an uncanny ability to connect with people and make them feel at home. They're both basically surrogate parents for everyone at East Central. Karen was a mother to everyone. Anytime you needed, some nurturing or, a tender word, she was there. I think they're the two most generous people that I've ever met.
It's awesome to see the university giving back to those people that have, behind the scenes helped out so many people and so many kids, and just unbelievable people that have done a great job in their lives of leading people. And there was some times in there where you're as a student athlete and you're worried about, hey, is this the right fit for me? Is this where I need to be? When you go through that many different coaches in that short amount of time, and they were just a constant for us there, and they kept reminding us that, yeah, you agreed to come play football here for Coach Darnell, and things have changed over the years, but at the end of the day, they were just that balancing power there that kept reassuring you that there was a reason you were there. It was more than football. It was more than academics. I just think of, their voices talking us through those moments and encouraging us to stay and fight it out when it wasn't going well. And you look up there at the 50-yard line right under the press box, and he seems to be in the same spot every single time. You get motivated by somebody like that. It's just awesome, like I said, to see them continuing to do that 20-something years later, and just the staying power that they've had to keep doing that and keep following their calling.